What about the idea that anybody who signs with Clutch Sports and Rich Paul is preparing to try and play for LeBron in the next 2 or 3 years with his waning window, as Draymond Green just signed with them? Brian, is that a fair assessment?
Well, I think at the end of the day, here's what you have to realize about Rich Paul. His career with LeBron, representing LeBron, is kind of over. He's done his last contract for LeBron. If LeBron gets another contract, it may be for a year somewhere. His business going forward is to service his clients well, and so that he can draw other clients. If Anthony Davis says to him, "I want to go play for the Lakers," his job is to try to get him to the Lakers. But he can't survive as an agent for the next 30 years, which is what he wants to do, by only servicing one client, LeBron James. And I agree that it's a sexy storyline that he is only operating for LeBron. But he can't do something for Draymond that would only benefit LeBron. He can't do something for Anthony Davis that would only benefit LeBron. Otherwise, he's going to lose all of his clients. So I just don't think it's rational. I know that the conclusions that are going to be jumped to, and obviously LeBron is his most important client, his first client, and all that stuff. It's just not the way that they have done business as I've looked at it. You know, they've done contracts with a lot of different teams. He's got 17 or 18 clients right now. This is not a small operation.
No, I totally hear you. Brian Windhorst of ESPN joining here, and I agree with you mostly, but I will say this, and you know this as well, having been around LeBron and Maverick Carter and everyone that has been put together by LeBron for his business. And they are savvy people. They are smart people. They know exactly what they are doing, best of their ability. If I was LeBron, and I would make sure that every aspect of my world was geared towards not only making my present successful, but setting up the next situation. You mentioned Space Jam being announced this week. I don't think that is an indication of LeBron not being focused on trying to make the playoffs. That's an indication of why LeBron's here in Los Angeles, okay? And knowing that Rich Paul and Clutch Sports has its own business and they do have to grow it so it is successful long after LeBron is done playing, I wouldn't, if I'm LeBron, I'm using that best of my ability to get guys in right now to help me win, because that helps make more Space Jams. Do you see what I'm saying? That makes sense, I think.
Here's the situation with Draymond. But here's the thing. You have to take each individually. Draymond Green is, I don't want to use this analogy, so I wish I could use a better one. Draymond Green is preparing for war this summer, Rich. This summer, he is eligible for a contract extension. He believes, whether he's right or wrong, that he has been underpaid the last few years, and that his underpaying and his recruiting helped them get Durant. You look at him, though, in his last 2 seasons, he has been in decline. 2 years ago, he was up to the top of his game. The last 2 years, he was in decline. We have the potential for an all-out fight between the Warriors and Draymond this summer over a contract extension. That could go so sideways that he could end up demanding a trade, or the Warriors, knowing how nasty this is potentially going to get, could trade him in advance of it, especially if Durant walks. It is time for him right now to prepare to go to battle. And Rich Paul has shown that he will go to battle. Not with LeBron necessarily, but if you go back and look at the way he went to battle with Eric Bledsoe, where they dragged that fight all the way out until mid-September to get a contract with who? The Cavs? The Lakers? No, the Phoenix Suns. He was in holdout situations with Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith that dragged into the season. Yes, those are with the Cavs. But Rich Paul has expressed the desire to willing to go to war. He went to war with Anthony Davis, in this trade demand. That is what Draymond Green is hiring. He is hiring a wartime consigliere because he knows that coming up this summer is about to be the battle of his career from a contractual standpoint. That's why he hired him. Is there an ancillary situation where there's a threat of the Lakers out there? Yeah, I guess. But I just don't believe that Draymond was on here speaking candidly, that he would tell you that his desire to match up, to be with LeBron in L.A. is the reason. The reason is because he knows that this guy is not afraid to go out there and take fire for him, just like you did for those other clients.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.